his tip, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star, and all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. In one shining moment, they're frozen in time. But time is short, and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always reach your best. But inside you knew that in one shining moment, you reach deep inside. One shining moment, you knew you were alive. Feel the beat of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest, it's more than a race. And when it's done, win or lose, you always reach your best. 'Cause inside you knew, in one shining moment, you reach for the sky. In one shining moment, you knew, yeah. In one shining moment, you're willing to try. In one shining moment, you knew. One shining moment.
The following is a presentation of the Action Sports Network.
Warm up the fat lady! Warm up the fat lady! The Bullets are going to win! 3 seconds, 2, 1 second. There it is! Here comes the Drew for the win! Gone! They did it! Corey Drew did it! Valpo has won the game! A miracle! There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
It's time for high school boys basketball on the Action Sports Network. Now, the Arms on Funeral Home pregame show on the Action Sports Network.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to downtown Mirror as the Oak Hill Golden Eagles and the Madison-Grant Argyles set to renew their rivalry. And this one with a lot of marbles at stake for the CIC Potential Boys Championship. I'm Andy McCord. Scott Hunt scheduled to join me a little bit later on as he's making his way from Eastbrook High School, where they've got another CIC championship on the line. Here we've got a JV game battling right now, and the shot put up with 10 seconds to go, 40-38, and they're going to, Oak Hill just put a shot in with 10 seconds to go. If Brad Howe called timeout, the officials didn't give it to him. Now they're going to put time back on the clock, so there's going to be 9 seconds on the clock. And what they're doing here. Well, they're not going to give him a timeout here. I'm not sure why they stopped the clock exactly. Here we go. So the JV game can either go to overtime or win it. Stanley for the win. No. And there is a whistle and foul. And the Argyles are going to go to the stripe for a 1-and-1 to try and tie it up with 2.4 seconds left to go here in this JV contest. It'll be Ike Almeida at the stripe. Well, if the Varsity is any indication of what this JV game is, we're in for a doozy here tonight as these two teams met in the Grant 4 in a thriller. Almeida's got to hit the first one and does. So it's 40-39. Almeida, he hits this one. It'll be tied at 40 with 2.4 seconds left in this JV contest. And it is tied. 40-40 the tie, and now Madison-Grant will take a timeout. Well, we're going down to the wire here at the JV. Last report, things not going well for the Lady Panthers of Eastbrook as they were trailing Blackford by 9 in the second quarter. Grant Schaus, Marky Severe on the call of that one. Should this game go into overtime, we're going to send you to Eastbrook for bonus coverage here on the network with this stream. Of course, you can get that on the broadcast schedule, the Blackford Eastbrook tab on our broadcast schedule if you want to click and listen to that. But we will give you bonus coverage here should this game go into overtime. Oak Hill has the ball here. We'll get the final 2 seconds of the JV game to see what happens. They're going to try and trigger in, and they do. They get it back, and they're going to throw it away, and it's going to overtime. It will go to overtime here in downtown Mirror, tied at 40. What we're going to do is we're going to sneak in a quick break, and then we're going to get you set up to send you to Eastbrook for some bonus coverage. In fact, you know what? We're not going to take a break. We're going to try and do that right now here. We can get you pipes
for your vehicle.
And looks like they're in a commercial break as we speak right now. Looks like they're in a commercial break. So we will get your update here and get you updated with bonus coverage of the Blackford Eastbrook girls game. Of course, we have that on the network on its own stream, but with the JV game going into overtime, we are going to bring you, they might be at halftime by now. As there's 3:30 on the clock here. And sounds like there's, okay, they are at the half, so we're going to send you to bonus coverage. With Grant Schaus and Marky Severe. So let's join in to the fellas here and get an update at the half of what's going on with Blackford leading Eastbrook 23-16 here on the Action Sports Network, and we'll be back with the pregame show of this varsity contest in just a few moments.
The service you not only want, but deserve. No long lines. And they even offer delivery within 10 miles of the pharmacy. Now that's service. If you're tired of standing in a long line at your pharmacy, or always having it closed, let Upland Family Pharmacy fill your next prescription. 1809 South Main Street in Upland, inside the Upland Health and Diagnostic Center.
To address the growing number of cremations, Grant Memorial Park implemented the Garden. The Garden offers a multitude of options for those choosing cremation. To further care for our families, the Needham Story Wampner and Grant Memorial Park family is proud to announce the opening of their own crematory. Memorial Cremations of North Central Indiana, also located at Grant Memorial Park. To learn more, call 662-7295. 662-7295.
the McKinney team online at jimmckinney.com or in front of the 5 Points Mall on the Marion Bypass. Well, let's look at some individual scoring from that first half. For Eastbrook, they were led by Olivia Howe with 7 points, Audrey Prater with 5, and Sophie Morrison with 4. Olivia Lees had 7, Savannah Morris with 6, and it's been the Sydney Morris show. What a night she's had, 10 points, well below her average. And she's just really having a good night, Marky. Let's look at those team numbers.
Yeah, so we'll start with the Eastbrook Lady Panthers.
Savannah Morris with 6, and it's been the Sydney Morris show. What a night she's had.
Three-point land, they're shooting 1 of 6 at 16%. Free throws 3 of 4 at 75%. Rebounds 10 and turnovers 5. Moving over to the Blackford Lady Bruins from the field tonight. They're shooting 9 of 18 at 50% from the field. Three-point land, 1 of 6 at 16%. From the free throw line, they're shooting 2 of 2 at obviously at 100%. Rebounds 16 and turnovers 3. So the big one right now, Grant, shout out the rebound game, 16-10 Blackford.
Yeah, that definitely has got to be a difference. And we mentioned that before the game, getting on the glass, going for those rebounds. And that definitely is going to be the difference maker if Eastbrook wants to come out and get a win.
Yeah, we've seen this Eastbrook team shoot very well this season. At times, 13 threes a game, and a lot more than what they have at half right now. They have 1 3-pointer a half, 1 for 6, and that's just not like this Eastbrook team. So I definitely think they got to find a way to get their shooting game going from beyond the arc.
Blackford the other night had Norwell down 17 going into the fourth quarter. Norwell came back and won. This one is certainly not out of reach for Eastbrook. They just got to start hitting shots and start getting the shots they want and quit rushing things. Blackford shutting down the middle of the lane, Marky. It's hard to dump it off to Bustos or Swindoll inside.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And earlier in the broadcast, you said Eastbrook just struggling right now with Blackford's height.
Absolutely.
And that's something that Coach Liddick has to figure out during his halftime break to set his team up for success. And I have full confidence that he will do so.
So let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the start of the second half. You are listening to the halftime show by the McKinney team, powered by AmeriFirst on the Action Sports Network.
Looking at buying or selling your home? Having trouble finding the right location? This is Tuesday Liddick, and I'm here to help make your home buying experience smooth and easy. I always believe the customer's needs and concerns are priority 1. So if you are looking for your first home, next home, or forever home, call me, Tuesday Liddick with Hal Realty Group, 765-618-3898. Let me open the door to your perfect home. 765-618-3898.
When it comes to getting your prescription filled, does it feel like you never get waited on? Upland Family Pharmacy gives you the service you not only want, but deserve. No long lines, and they even offer delivery within 10 miles of the pharmacy. Now that's service. If you're tired of standing in a long line at your pharmacy or always having it closed, let Upland Family Pharmacy fill your next prescription. 1809 South Main Street in Upland, inside the Upland Health and Diagnostic Center.
To address the growing number of cremations, Grant Memorial Park implemented the garden. The garden offers a multitude of options for those choosing cremation. To further care for our families, the Needham Story Wampner and Grant Memorial Park family is proud to announce the opening of their own crematory. Memorial Cremations of North Central Indiana, also located at Grant Memorial Park. To learn more, call 662-7295. 662-7295.
If you keep looking for a great Mexican restaurant only to be disappointed over and over again, make Los Amores in Marion your next stop. Located downstairs in the Boston Hill Center, formerly the Centrum Mall in downtown Marion, Los Amores has everything you would want and more. Enchiladas, burritos, tortas, fajitas, arroz con pollo, and of course, tacos. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at Los Amores. Open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Los Amores is open for dine-in and carry-out. Make your next choice of Mexican food Los Amores in downtown Marion.
Ready for the second half here on the Action Sports Network. regular doubleheader tonight between Eastbrook and Blackford. Grant Schaus alongside Mark Sevier with you tonight. Marky, if this girls' game is any indication of what the boys' game is to become here in about the next hour or so, then we're going to be in for two great games.
Yeah, like you said, if the boys' game follows up this one, just like how this one has built to be so far, I might not get any sleep tonight because of the adrenaline I'm going to have. And
okay,
I'm just saying, and just very good times we're having here. And as the second half kicks off.
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul immediately. We're going to foul Sophie Morrison. The foul's going to go on Sydney Morris, number 31 for Blackford. And Morrison will go to the line for 2 shots. First one's up, and a rare miss from Sophie Morrison.
Especially how crucial these free throws are. You just don't see her miss something like that.
Second one's up on the way. Hit the second. Hit the back of the rim. Hit the front, then bounced in. 5 points for Soph tonight. Sydney Morris brings it up the floor. Nearly a turnover to Waters. Waters turns it right back over to Audrey Prater on the pass. Prater up the floor near side, working left to right for Eastbrook. Now to Morrison up top for the Panthers. Ball screen Swindoll. Hands it off to Howe. Howe drives in the lane, kicks off to Swindle. Swindle going to drive down inside, puts it up, leaves it short, and a rebound for number 5, Brianna Strobel.
Eastbrook's still struggling to figure out what they want to do with the basketball, and it's definitely something they need to figure out very soon.
Waters with it now, left wing. Hits Lease. Lease with it over by the Panther Den logo. Now over to Morris. Morris, left wing. Near side. 7 minutes to go in the third.
And you've been listening to bonus coverage of the Blackford Eastbrook girls game as the JV game wraps up in overtime as Madison-Grant comes back and gets the victory 49-45 here at Oak Hill. The varsity game is on the way next, and Scotty Hunt will be joining me here shortly as the Oak Hill Golden Eagles come in at 13-1. They have won 11 straight games, including a game earlier in the season 30 days ago when they beat Madison-Grant in the opening round of the Grant 4 60-57 in overtime. They beat some really good teams along the way as well. Peru, they beat Alexandria the other night, a week ago, 64-23. They have wins over Mississinawa, Eastwood, Southwood, Eastern as well along the way. So Oak Hill certainly riding high and certainly doing a really good job with what they need to do to continue to win basketball games. On the flip side, Madison-Grant, since that loss to Oak Hill in the Grant 4, they have now won 5 in a row, beating Eastbrook in the consolation game and then beating them last Friday, 62-23, beating Frankton and Northfield on the road and beating Blackford as well. So this Madison-Grant team comes in at 10-3. They are also on a hot streak, and I really expect this game to be much like the Grant 4 game, but maybe a little different. When I say that, I think this has got a potential to go back and forth. Madison-Grant led most of that game, and then Oak Hill came back and was able to take control in that fourth quarter by 10 points from Landon Beagle. He had 5 at the half. He ended with 27, so 19 points for Beagle in that second half as he really changed up his game in that second half and was not looking for the three-point shot but posting up a little bit more inside. For Madison-Grant in that Grant 4 game, Peyton Sutherland had a coming-out party as he had a then-career high of 25 points and was really knocking down the threes in a big, big way. I think, you look at this Madison-Grant team, they are dangerous from the standpoint of they have multiple people that can fill it up. Of course, with Oak Hill, everybody knows it starts and ends with Landon Beagle. He is 88 points away from tying the all-time school record set by Jared Odell, 89 away from breaking it. He stays around his average. It should be 3 games from tonight where Landon Beagle takes his spot atop the Oak Hill scoring record here in the boys basketball program. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one unfolds. Scott Hunt will join me shortly, and we will get thoughts on this from him, and we'll get thoughts from the coaches, Kevin Renbarger and Josh Hendrickson. We'll hear from them coming up here in just a moment. You're on the Arms Hunt pregame show and the Action Sports Network.
This is Amy Downey from Arms Hunt Information Services. Recently, we conducted a community survey. We asked questions like, who would be responsible for making your funeral arrangements? Would they know what kind of services you would want? How much do you think that would cost? A surprising number of people did not know the answers to these important questions. Call me Amy Downey today. Let's make sure you know the answers and there are no surprises for those you love. Arms Hunt Information Services, serving the families of Grant County yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Winning begins with a great team, and teamwork is key to any successful outcome. The McKinney team is a proud supporter of hometown athletics and academics. Hi, this is Jen McKinney. On behalf of myself, Wendy, and Allison, we would like to congratulate all the county athletes and students on and off the bench on a great season this year. Your hard work pays off, and you make us proud. Congratulations again from the McKinney team on a great season ahead, and remember, for all your mortgage needs, find the McKinney team powered by America anytime online at jenmckinney.com.
Driving on a nice summer day, lots of fun. Until guy in the other lane just ran into you. When you've been in a fender bender, call on Excel Auto Body in Marion. Excel can get your car looking like new. As Grant County's leading collision specialist with 63 years of experience, you can rest easy when you take your vehicle to Excel. With 3 generations serving Grant County, don't trust your vehicle repairs to just anybody. Trust Excel Auto Body, 501 North Washington Street in Marion. If it's a fender bender or major damage, Excel Auto Body is the place for your vehicle.
Oak Hill battles Madison-Grant. Coach Renbarger joins us here on the Arms Hunt pregame show. Well, Coach, Mother Nature did not cooperate this week in terms of getting practices in. You got Monday and Tuesday in. Nothing since. You guys kind of knew that was a possibility, though, so obviously you were working Monday and Tuesday for tonight's game.
Yeah, we changed up our routine a little bit. Obviously, you'd have, in a normal week, you'd have a full week, and Monday and Tuesday, a lot of maintenance, body maintenance, just getting shots up, doing things that will help improve yourself, and then you start putting in a game plan as the week goes on. By the time we left Tuesday, we knew this was a remote possibility. We honestly didn't believe that we'd be out until tonight, but we had all of everything that we needed in regards to concepts in that we wanted to use for Madison-Grant. The kids had a scouting report in their hand, and then they had some video that they could watch at home. So all of it was taken care of, but we'll see.
Yeah, because watching film and doing all of those things is one thing, but getting out and getting on the practice, you know, and getting on the court and doing things at game speed is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, you know, when you've coached for 18 years and you've been on the sideline with another coach probably for an additional 10 years, you'd think you've seen just about everything. But this is a scenario that I can't remember that we've personally faced where we have been out for 3 days and with no practice and then coming in and playing a game, let alone a game of such significance as this one. So I'm not really concerned, again, about the X's and O's. I'm not worried about adjustments that were made against Madison-Grant, particularly given that we've played Madison-Grant once already, and it is Madison-Grant. There are no secrets. And so whatever it is that we were going to adjust were minor in comparison to playing another opponent. What I am concerned about is I've had no contact with these kids. Obviously I've kept in touch via the old cellular device, but I haven't seen them. Have no idea what they've been doing. Conditioning is a huge concern. I know Madison-Grant practiced yesterday, so Coach was able to check in on his kids and fine-tune their plan and get the cobwebs out of our legs. But again, we're not going to use that as an excuse. We've got a senior-laden group. Told them yesterday that we would not allow this adversity to creep into our minds in regards to what we need to get done. We know that we have to get off to a fast start, and that's the way that it would normally been. Even if we have been practicing, the way Madison-Grant gets off to fast starts, we have to match that. So I expect our kids to come out up on their toes.
30 days ago is when you played Madison-Grant. You're a different team since then. You've won 11 straight since you lost to Norwell. They've won 5 or 6 straight since their loss to you. They're a different team as well. And Monday when we talked on the coaches show and I said, what's your biggest concern? You said, do you want the top 10 or the whole list? Is there one or two things that jump out to you about this team tonight since you last saw them 30 days ago?
I don't know about that. I do know that there were some things that we didn't do particularly well against them that have to be rectified with a real sense of urgency. We did not play particularly well that game at all, individually or as a collective whole. I think that some of them were just gripping a little too much. And with the scenario, with this particular game being what it is, we still have 2 games in the conference to play, but Madison-Grant only has 1. And against an opponent that they are going to be heavily favored against. So this really is, for all intents and purposes, for us, this is an elimination game. And for them, it might be a conference championship game. So it is a very big basketball game for both sides. We obviously there are things that we saw on film, as I just said, that we'll have to do better this time, or the outcome could be different.
You did not have Levi. Lucas goes down early in that game as well with the knee. They're both back tonight. How's everybody else health-wise?
Yeah, we didn't have Kroll for a significant period of time in that game as well. So that is one thing that is a benefit to us. Levi and Lucas are both back. They both played last weekend. Thought they both played exceptionally well. Lucas in particular, I was really, really surprised in that Lucas looked like he had not missed a beat, and he had been out for almost a month. And so I was really proud of what he gave us and what he provided for us. We don't ask a lot of him, but he fills his role really well. Levi did as well. Collins sustained another head injury, and so we're really cautious with that. He will not be playing any this weekend, but other than that, we should be good to go.
All right. Coach, good luck. Puck out.
All right, thank you.
Kevin Renbarger with us here, the Armstead Pregame Show on the Action Sports Network.
If you keep looking for a great Mexican restaurant only to be disappointed over and over again,
make Los Amores in Marion your next stop. Located downstairs in the Boston Hill Center, formerly the Centrum Mall in downtown Marion, Los Amores has everything you would want and more. Enchiladas, burritos, tortas, fajitas, arroz con pollo, and of course, tacos. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at Los Amores. Open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Los Amores is open for dine-in and carry-out. Make your next choice of Mexican food Los Amores in downtown Marion.
Wobble, wobble, wobble. Screech. Click, click, click. The thingy's gone bad. Whatever sound your car makes, take it to Marion Tire, also known as Best One Tire in Marion. Susie, Brian, Cecil, and the crew can diagnose the problem and fix the problem the right way the first time. Oil changes, alignment, tires, coolant, wheel bearings, and even the thingy that's gone bad. Let Marion Tire get your vehicle running smooth for your summer vacation. Since 1984, Marion Tire has been in downtown Marion and will continue to provide top-notch service. See Marion Tire on the corner of 4th and Branson in downtown Marion.
A winning team is the key to success. So is hard work. This is Kelly Kistler. Riverside Community Federal Credit Union is proud of all the student athletes who work hard both on and off the field. We are supporting all of our schools in Grant County and know this year will be the best ever. Good luck to all the athletes and students this school year. Riverside Community Federal Credit Union, 101 North Washington in downtown Marion, or 200 East Main in Gas City.
Budavaki and Marion is now hiring an industrial maintenance technician in their paper plate factory. If you're interested in working for a local, proven, stable company, you need to apply now. Must have strong mechanical and electrical skills and understanding of industrial safety. Applicants should have at least 3 years experience with troubleshooting, repairing, and programming. Futamaki and Marion offers a competitive wage and benefit package. Apply online today at futamaki.com/careers. Futamaki is an equal opportunity employer.
Farm Sun pregame show continues. A big matchup tonight, essentially the CIC championship, even though there's a few games left in the season. But Madison-Grant and Oak Hill both unbeaten. Coach Hendrickson with us. Coach,
they were as normal. Then today we weren't able to practice. Then we got to practice in yesterday, and we got to actually have a little bit of a shoot around before we got here tonight. So just basically one missed practice.
well, we go back to the Grant 4. What a great game that was. Go to overtime. You guys lose it by 3. And that was a game that really, honestly, could have went either direction. You guys had a lead at one point, and they came back. Beagle did his thing in that fourth quarter. What needs to be different tonight than what happened on December 27th?
Well, you said we had a lead at one point. I think we led for almost 27 minutes of that game. I think maybe some of our possessions down the stretch, some of our decision-making as far as that goes, some things that we might want to do differently regarding Beagle, because we know that's where they're going to look to get baskets when they need baskets. So just a few things there, cleaning up some of the stuff that we do, coming in with maybe a little bit of a different strategy defensively on one of their players, and I think that could make a difference. Of course, we are playing on the road tonight. We weren't playing on the road first time we played them, so that's going to be a little bit of a difference too. So we're going to have to overcome some stuff there, but just a few minor tweaks.
Going back to the Grant 4, I thought the first half you did a nice job on Beagle defensively. Then he kind of changed what he was doing, getting more, setting up in the post, that kind of thing, coming off screens and things of that nature. What do you do defensively? Do you try and throw a couple of different wrinkles? Do you do a box in one? Do you do what do you do?
Well, we've got a couple of different guys that are going to defend, maybe didn't get as many minutes defending it the first time. Do something a little bit different when it goes to the block. I don't want to give away all this, but just a little bit different when it goes to the block. I think, they really don't look for him to go to the block too often unless Fagan comes out of the game. So that might be, some opportunities where we switch up some things defensively. But just, a few more different looks. I mean, I honestly feel like the game plan was the game plan offensively and close defensively, maybe a couple tweaks, stuff that we needed to win the game. It's just us cleaning up a couple of things that we can control, a couple controllables for us. And I think that Grant 4 game is a little bit different, so hopefully we can control those tonight. This one can be different.
How much of a conversation did you have this week leading up to this? We kind of touched on this on Coach's Corner Monday, but the fact that December 27th was a month ago, literally. Today it's been 30 days since you played them. You're a totally different team. They're a totally different team. Has that come up in conversation this week?
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about that a lot. We can't really, focus on what happened a month ago with us or with them. We go back and we watch about their last 4 or 5 games. We want to see maybe what is a little bit different with them than the first time we played them. We don't go back too early in the season, especially we don't go back before the games that we played them. So, yeah, that's always a constant conversation. And it's like in basketball. I mean, you can be a different team each week, each day. There can be something different. I remember we used to say new team each week, and there's a lot of truth to that. And I think. We're different places, but it's still 2 very quality basketball teams, 2 basketball teams who definitely want to compete and win a conference championship. So I think those 2 things are still the same as they were in Grant 4.
You guys healthy coming in?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Coach, it's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to it. Talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Coach Anderson with us here. The Armstrong pregame show continues on the Action Sports Network.
Northwood Manor has been rated the best senior living according to U.S. News and World Report, which means they offer classic charm, 5-star services. Every detail is designed to create a place where residents and their families feel right at home. All residents enjoy 3 meals per day. Weekly house. Schedule a visit at 765-662-9700 or online at northwoodmanor.com.
Are you tired of struggling with weight loss on your own? There are so many different diet plans these days, nobody knows what to do. Marion Health is now offering bariatric surgery. This new service offers a proven surgical solution for weight loss. Call Marion Health Bariatrics today, 765-660-7500 to get started. That's 765-660 Marion Health Bariatric Surgery.
Partner with the undisputed leader in the Enlist E3 soybean genetics. With exceptional yield and value, neighbor-friendly weed control, and more new elite genetics developed faster, Stein can help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience with Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Armsun pregame show continues, brought to you by Armsun Funeral Home. It's never too early to start thinking about family like their own. See them in Fairmount, Marion, and the Jones Smith Chapel in Upland at the Armsun Funeral Home. Your injury update from Marion Tire in downtown. If your vehicle is suffering from an injury, talk to Susie and the crew. They'll get your vehicle feeling like new. It's Marion Tire, 4th and Branson in downtown Marion. Joins me after a trek from Eastbrook, where you watch some of the girls' game tonight going on, where Eastbrook up by 2 with 4 minutes to go. Yeah. So we wish the Lady Panthers the best of luck in the final 4 minutes. But injury-wise, Scotty, Madison-Grant's healthy and ready to go. The only injury to update you on with Oak Hill, Colin Middlesworth, almost called him his brother again, kept him out for, I think it was the Eastbrook game. But they felt like he might be back. He did not play the Alexandria game because he bumped his head again. So they're being cautious.
You got to be with any kind of a head injury. Last time I was out here, they were without, Oak Hill was without Lucas Hasty, so it's good to see him back out again. That helps a little bit with the depth. Colin Middlesworth did a nice job with Lucas Hasty. Lucas Hasty was out with his knee injury after the Grand Four, so glad to hear both teams are pretty much at full strength and excited about what's getting ready to go down here.
And it was interesting what Coach Rimberger talked about with Lucas when he came back in at Alexandria last week. Said it was like he never missed a beat, like he hadn't missed a month. He had almost missed a month of time, and he was just total shape and was, that right there who's just working, getting back and getting healthy.
Yeah, for sure. And you're never going to probably pick up a box score and look at Lucas Hasty's stats and see anything spectacular.
Thank you for allowing me. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, remove all hats, and face the American flag in the northwest corner of the gymnasium as we pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the teams involved in tonight's game. First of all, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Madison-Grant Argyles. Number 12, Antonio Blackwell. Number 14, Andy Stanley. Number 22, Xavier Yagi. Number 23, Luke Gilman. Number 30, Andrew Richards. Number 33, Maverick Griffin. Now the starters for the Argonauts. At a forward, 6'1" junior, number 5, Clayton Hall. Starting at forward, 6'1" junior, number 15, Gavin Felix. Starting at guard, 6'1" senior, number 3, Peyton Sutherland. Starting at guard, 5'11" junior, number 4, Tegan Yagi. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior, number 10, Jace Howell. The Argyles are coached by Josh Hendrickson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the home team, the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. Number 3, Colin Middlesworth. Number 11, R.J. Sugar. Number 23, Levi Trexler. Number 25, Ryan Lawson. Number 33, Lucas Hasty. Number 35, Trenton Sweet. Number 41, Jackson Lamb. Now the Eagle starters tonight. 6'5" senior and forward, number 15, Landon Beagle. Starting at forward, 5'11" senior, number 21, Grant Alzinga. At center for the Eagles, 6'7" junior, number 43, Ty Fagan. Starting at guard, 6'2" senior, number 5, Caleb Kroll. Starting at guard, 5'11" senior, number 13, Matthew Strange. Golden Eagles are coached by Kevin Lindberg. Officials for the varsity game tonight, Chad Beaver, Byron Davis, and Sean Lambert.
They need to knock a shot or two down to get some confidence and relax a little bit.
Oh, nice pick and roll. Fagan misses the bunny. And Madison-Grant will pull down the board. Here's Howell with it. Little flip now to Clayton Hall. Back to Jace. Near side of the court, volleyball line. He will dribble. Now flip to Yagi out top. 2-0, a minute and a half into this one. Yagi goes to Jace. Howell with it. Now looking, spinning, stopping, kicking out. Yagi almost got fouled. Now goes back, and the ball loose. Sutherland gets it. Backdoor up and in by Hall. This game is tied at the deuce.
Good offense there by the Argyles to find a great shot.
Elzinga has it on the left side. Now Fagan in the high post. He will dribble once, feed the middle, the Beagle up and in. Nice feed from Fagan to Beagle. Here's Howell with it, 2 minutes into this contest. Howell has it. Now goes Sutherland left wing. Now back near side to Hall. He'll find Yagi. Yagi on the dribble. Now Kielich wheels it around left side to Hall. 4-2 the score. Howell with it. Howell comes near side to Sutherland. Sutherland now looking. He'll skip over to Hall. Now in the corner to Jace, back to Hall. Now Yegi launches a three, and no good. Rebound tapped into the hands of Elzinga. Madison-Grant 0 of 3 now from behind the arc. Here's Elzinga. Pitches to Beagle. Beagle fakes, now kicks to Elzinga. Elzinga backing it down, up, under, blocked by Sutherland. Here comes Keelich. Doesn't have the numbers. He's going to pitch to Sutherland. Back to Keelich. Down low to Hall. Hall, now Keelich. Kick back out to Jace Howe for a deep three left side. Nope. Rebound by Beagle. 0 of 4 now for Madison-Grant. Outlet quickly. Oh, great hands by Keelich to knock it out of bounds. Well, this one's starting, I guess, a lot slower than I expected it to.
Well, Madison-Grant has done a nice job being patient in their offense. They've got 4 good looks from beyond the arc. They just haven't got one to fall yet.
Here is Beagle, now to Elzinga. He'll go to Matthew Strange far side. Back Elzinga. Elzinga. Here's Kroll. Kroll spinning, up and under. Nope. Rebound by Sutherland. 4.5 to go here at Oak Hill in the first quarter. Keelich. Now goes to Jace Howe. Jace. Kicks to Hall. Hall will penetrate. He'll stop and spin. Goes back around. They go to Sutherland. Sutherland had it lost. Gets it back.
So they're letting them play.
They are letting them play. Howe to Sutherland. Sutherland puts it on the floor. Wrap around Keelich. Keelich had it knocked loose and a turnover. Yep. Here comes Beagle. Beagle for 3. Beagle connects for 3.
Well, I assure you that's something that Coach Hendrickson doesn't want to see happen, is for that young man to get going this early.
Here's another three. Sutherland deflected by Strange, it looked like.
Yes, sir.
Outlet to Kroll. Kroll up, Kroll in. And a timeout by Madison-Grant. On the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard, Oak Hill 9, Madison-Grant 2 on the Action Sports Network.
Prince Hall Housing Authority is a place they are proud that you can call home. Prince Hall Housing is affordable, income-based housing, and they pride themselves in providing safe, affordable, maintenance-free living, offering elderly, disabled, and multifamily living, along with efficiencies and 1- and 2-bedroom apartments. Located just off 38th Street and the bypass, Prince Hall even has city bus transportation at the facility. Get your application at Prince Hall Housing, 3678 Prince Hall Drive in Marion.
To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. I'm financial advisor Mark Fleming, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you create a game plan for financial success. Call me 765-573-7063 to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
.336 left to play here in the first period. 9-2 the score. Oak Hill leading Madison-Grant as the Eagles have come out full force. Here's Sutherland. Now to Jace Howe for a 3. No! Rebound by Beagle. Blackwell into the game for Madison-Grant. Here's Beagle to the rack. Up. No, but he's fouled by Blackwell. And it is going down to the wire, it sounds like, at Eastbrook. A 1-point Blackford lead with 3 seconds to go in Blackford basketball. Here is Beagle at the stripe. He will hit the first. An 8-point lead now for Oak Hill. And here is the second one coming. And it's no good. Elzinga rebound. He will look. He'll go back up and put it in. 2 for 1 there. And it is a 10-point Oak Hill lead. Here's Howe to Blackwell. 3-minute mark of the first period. Here's Sutherland. Sutherland now looking to Howe. Finds Yagi. Back to Jace in the left corner. Here's Howe penetrating and had it knocked loose. And another turnover on the Argyles. Here's Matthew Strange in transition now. On the right wing. He's out top on the dribble. He will dribble to the right side, pick up his dribble, now looking for some help and finds Elzinga. Strange goes to Kroll. Kroll down to Beagle, had it knocked loose out of bounds. It'll stay with Oak Hill. Andrew Richards coming in for Keelich. Coach Hendrickson just trying to get 5 out on the floor to get something done here right now. Argyle's struggling on the offensive end. Here's Strange, Beagle, backside, up and in. Beagle's got 8, and the lead goes to 12. Who'd have thunk this?
Oak Hill is executing at a very high level on the offensive end, and Madison-Grant just can't seem to get a shot to fall.
And Fagan on the block. Great block by Fagan. Here's Strange going the other way. And Beagle goes back up. No. Got his own rebound up. No. Rebound pulled down by Sutherland and a foul on Fagan. So there's 0.7 seconds left. Blackford leads by 1, 38-37. It'll take a miracle for the Eastbrook Lady Panthers now. Here comes Hasty and Trexler in. Fagan and Elzinga get a breather. 14-2, Oak Hill leading here in this first period with 1:46 to go. Here's Howe. He'll go to Sutherland. Sutherland, now goes Richards to Howe. Howe on the dribble, bounce pass now Sutherland. Sutherland gets contact, now Howe with a fake. Howe trying to lead into, and they're going to call a jump ball and a turnover on Madison-Grant. As Coach Hendrickson going to talk to the official about that one. And you know what? That's actually a really good call because Jakes leaned in trying to get the contact.
Yeah.
Kroll pushed him. That's a good call. Here is a whistle away now. And it will be a foul on Blackwell, and that's his second.
We have a final from Eastern Grant County. The Blackford Lady Bruins are your 2022-23 Central Indiana Conference champs.
Final, 38-37.
38-37 final.
Eastbrook get a last shot attempt or no? Beagle just did. Excuse me. He buried it from long distance.
Not a good one. Not a good one.
Coach Hendrickson taking a timeout here. It's 17-2. Oak Hill on the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard.
It's a 30.
And the Action Sports Network.
Life at Colonial Oaks provides a perfect balance of support, engagement, and fun. No matter which lifestyle is required, we offer a personalized, resident-focused family approach to daily life that empowers our residents to thrive. At Colonial Oaks Senior Living, there are 4 distinct lifestyle communities within our one very special community: independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing care, and rehabilitation. For more information, call 765-674-9791 and find out how the Colonial Oaks family can support your healthcare needs.
17-2 with 1:01 to go in the first quarter. This is a who'da thunk it, Scotty Hook.
Yeah, that's 15 straight for the Golden Eagles since it was tied to 2-2, and this is as connected and focused as I've seen this basketball team maybe in a couple of years.
And this is a team that hasn't practiced since Tuesday.
That's pretty amazing. They're going to be going to Coach Rimbarger, hey man, maybe we just need to practice a couple times a week.
Coach hadn't seen him since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Here's Sutherland, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Sutherland now goes to Howe. Howe looking, 20 seconds. The matchup's just giving Madison-Grant fits right now. And a whistle and foul on Strange on the body bump.
Well, Madison-Grant's doing a nice job of being patient and finding the shots they want.
They are.
They're 1 for 7 so far in this first quarter, and I think Oak Hill's blocked 3 shots as well. It's just the length of Oak Hill is really bothering Argyles right now.
Jace Howe has it. 10 seconds to go. Howe flips to Sutherland. Sutherland with 5, with 4, 3, Keelich 2, Howe with 1. They're not going to get a shot off. Wow. And they don't. At the end of 1, a Betty Crocker shocker of a score here in downtown Mere, with Oak Hill leading 17-2 over Madison-Grant on the Action Sports Network.
When a loved one passes away, one way to keep their memory alive is with a monument. This is Stacy Turner. At Farm Tent Funeral Home and Cremation Services, you can find the perfect monument to memorialize your loved one in a way that shows respect while sharing their personality with others. Let Arm Tent Funeral Home and Cremation Services give your family peace of mind that when the time comes to say goodbye, you will have a lasting tribute for years to come. Arms Hunt Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Fairmount, Marion, and the Jones Smith Chapel in Upland.
Neighborhood market. Cold weather is here, so Horner's reminds you they have meat bundles for your convenience, so you don't have to run to the store in the cold weather to get what you need. There's a size and meat selection to fit any budget. So when the cold, blistery weather flies, sit back and enjoy it with a full freezer full of meats from Horner's with 3 locations in Marion, Fairmount, and Alexandria.
Andy McCord, Scott Hunt with you from downtown Mere here at the Eagles Nest, and it is all Eagles right now, leading 17-2. Here's Yagi for a 3, no good again, and the rebound by Strange. Well, you can live by it, and sometimes you can die by it, and right now the Argyles are dying behind the arc right now. Here's Beagle. Beagle traveled, got away with it, took a shot up, no good. Rebound, whistle, foul. That's going to be on Levi Trexler.
That's a shot that Landon likes, but that's such a tough shot.
It is.
A tough shot, that baseline fadeaway. I've seen him do it. I've seen him hit big ones. He hit a big one against Mississippi on the Grand Four last year to win that ball game. But, man, I would venture to say his shooting percentage is probably very low from that shot.
About the only guy I ever saw that could do that really well was James Worthy.
Yeah, he did a lot of that pretty well.
Yes, he did. Here is a 3 by Hall. Another miss from behind the arc. What is that, 0 of 7?
0 for 8.
0 for 8 now, wow. Strange brings it down. Looks, now goes to Beagle. Beagle for 3. Beagle, no. Rebound pulled down by Jace Howe. Madison-Grant started off 2-0 and it was tied at 2, excuse me. They have not led yet. There's another turnover. Beagle goes baseline. He'll kick it out to Trexler. Now Strange. Strange finds Elzinga. Elzinga on the dribble. Now Trexler. He'll hand off to Strange. Matthew out top with it. Goes right side to Trexler. Levi looking. Puts it on the dribble. And now gets it to Fagan. Fagan kicked back out around to Elzinga. Right wing 3. Good. Right now, everything that Oak Hill is putting up is dropping in, and everything Madison-Grant puts up is not.
Yeah, the Argyles are going to have to find some buck points here pretty quick, or this game is going to be over by halftime.
Here's Sutherland. Sutherland goes through the lane. Up, no, he's fouled, and if it's Fagan, that's 2 on Ty.
I think that's who they got. Looked like Ty kind of raked him in the forehead.
It is, so Fagan just picked up number 2.
Well, that's what Madison-Grant's going to have to start doing here a little bit until, they can get somebody to knock that lid off the bucket is attack that basket. The only problem is they've tried that some in the first quarter, and
it didn't work.
There's some pretty strong resistance in 6'7", Ty Fagan, 6'5", William Beagle. Oak Hill's just played a phenomenal defensive game to this point.
And the second one, no good. Hasty on the rebound.
I had a chance to talk to Lucas's sister, Janessa.
Yes.
At the Indiana Wesleyan ball game Wednesday, and there'll be a story in tomorrow's Chronicle Tribune about her travels since she left Oak Hill.
Yeah.
A two-sport athlete at Huntington College. I enjoyed catching up with her. She's a great young lady.
She is indeed. Here's Griffin for 3. And Maverick Griffin finally opens the lid on the basket for the Argyles from behind the arc. Here's Strange. 20-6 the score. Oak Hill up. Here is, no, that one's going to wind up in the seats. Elzinga and Kroll miscommunicated. That's the first or second turnover for Oak Hill?
That's the first.
First, yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Well, that's a big three by Griffin last time down because you've seen it. These guys can get them in bunches, and this game could tighten right back up in a hurry.
Here's Keelich. Now Sutherland out top. Sutherland kicks to Hall. Now Keelich for three, right wing. Nope. Rebound Strange. Strange will go to Beagle. Beagle kicks out to Elzinga. He'll fake the three and penetrate instead, and a whistle and a hand check, I think, on Jace Howe. And it is.
I like the way this game's been officiated so far. I feel like they're letting these guys get at it a little bit.
Yeah, which is shocking with one of the guys that's on the crew.
You know more than that. I try not to identify officials by other than face.
Well,
suddenly the baskets kind of put a lid on Oak
Put a lid on both ends. Just 7 points scored between the two teams here in the second period, halfway through. Here is Howe. Jace out top. Will put it on the dribble. And gets it back from Hall. Now three by Jace is no good. Rebound. Sutherland got the rebound. He's going to dribble back out and reset the offense. Now here's Howe.
That was a great rebound by Sutherland. He just took it right away from Landon Beagle.
Sutherland has it on the dribble. He will kick baseline. Now Hall fakes the three. Jace has it, launches the three straight on. Nope. And the rebound tapped into the hands of Matthew Strange.
Nice move by Beagle.
Yep, Beagle put it up. He's got 13.
A little bit of a Euro step to the bucket there by Landon for an easy layup.
Hall. Now goes to Sutherland. 3:36 to go. 22-6 the score. And Purdue math tells me that's 16. Not the largest lead. 18 was. There's a dangerous pass cross court, and Beagle took it away. 3:20 to go in the half. It has been all Oak Hill. Strange to Elzinga. Now to Kroll to Beagle, up and in.
Good entry pass by Caleb Kroll that time.
Yep. 24-6. Here's a Sutherland three, goes in. Well, the Argyles just keep launching. Beagle had it taken away. Here's Sutherland going the other way now. He'll look, go up, and a whistle and a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Elzinga, his first, team's fifth. Blackwell back in, and Griffin will take a seat. Howe triggering in on the baseline. Gets it into Blackwell. He'll go up, missed the shot, and Howe took it away from Hasty, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. The Argyles want a foul on Howe. Not sure they didn't need to get one there either.
Yeah, I was looking down and caught the tail end of it.
Here's Sutherland baseline triggering in. Does so to Howe. Howe now in the corner to Sutherland. He'll go up to the rack. No good. Rebound battled around and pulled down by Elzinga. Now Matthew Strange with 2.5 to play. 24-9, Oak Hill leading. Here is Elzinga. Elzinga with it. Now goes to Hasty. Hasty. Now to Strange. Matthew dribbles around. He will pick up his dribble. Go back out top Elzinga. Elzinga finds Kroll. Now Strange right side. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the half. Strange dribbles to the top. Now goes out Kroll left side. Kroll spin move and a travel. Yep.
Yeah, that's so true. I think there was a defender there he wasn't anticipating, and it kind of
you're right.
Broke the rhythm of his plan.
24-9, 155 and counting in the half.
Madison-Grant needs to cut a few more points off this deficit before it goes to halftime. Great defense by Elzinga, and great hustle by 3 or 4 guys.
And up and in by Kroll, and the foul. Now the Madison-Grant faithful are going to say they wanted a travel on Elzinga. But here's the fact. He was on his back. He did not roll over.
No, there was no traveling in that play.
Nope.
Just a lot. It looked like a rugby scrum or one of those loose pigskins on a Sunday that finally Matthew Strange corralled and got it ahead to Caleb Kroll for a chance at a 3-point play on a breakaway.
Kroll at the line. He will eye it. He will fly it. And he will get it. 7 for Kroll. Trexler back in for Kroll. 1:39 to play in the half. 27-9. Back to an 18-point lead for Oak Hill. The Madison-Grant faithful are stunned, as am I. I didn't see this coming either direction.
I'm a little bit surprised just by how difficult how difficult a time they've had shooting the basketball.
Yeah, Sutherland just missed another 3 with 1:18 to go. Well, they've hit 2. Griffin and Sutherland, that's it.
But I felt like we were going to see a different Oak Hill team than we saw in the Grant Ford 2, and I think so far we have.
Oh, absolutely. Elzinga looking. Walked in his office earlier. I said, "Aren't you happy to see me?" He went, "Yeah," overjoyed. I said, "You always are." Sat next to him on the couch. Yeah.
I really enjoy talking to him.
Oh, he's a great interview. He's always good for a one-liner at some point.
He's always been very candid with me.
Oh, absolutely.
And his answers, and very thorough and thoughtful, and just enjoyed talking to him a lot.
Sutherland missed a 3. Blackwell got the rebound, outlets it to Howe, who misses a 3. Beagle the other way, got blocked, and Drexler put the loose ball up and in. 29-9. It is a 20-point Eagle lead. Who would have thunk this? Here's Howe. Now Keelich for 3. No again. And a loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Oak Hill basketball.
Great job by Trexler, and I think, who was that, Blackwell down there fighting for that possession, or was it?
Yeah, Blackwell. It was Blackwell.
Well,
1.5 seconds to go.
The way this half's gone for Oak Hill, I wouldn't be surprised to see Matthew Strange or somebody hit one from half court to end it.
Yeah. Here's Elzinga.
I guess it'll be Elzinga.
And he'll launch it from half court. Nope. And at the end of the half, on the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard, all Oak Hill, 29-9, they lead. The halftime show is on the way next, brought to you by the McKinney team, powered by AmeriFirst on the Action Sports Network.
Sometimes going to the dentist can be scary. At Bruner Dental Center in Marion, you can smile more and worry less. Bruner Dental has been taking care of families for over 40 years, and they provide everything from gentle cleanings to custom-made repairs. You'll get the latest techniques with unmatched comfort and precision. Bruner Dental also accepts dental insurance. See Doctors Brew, Sneed, and Hensley at Bruner Dental Center, 807 West Gardner Drive in Marion, Indiana. Smile more and worry less with Bruner Dental.
To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. I'm financial advisor Mark Fleming, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you create a game plan for financial success. Call me 765-573-7063 to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Driving on a nice summer day can be lots of fun until the guy in the other lane just ran into you. When you've been in a fender bender, call on Excel Auto Body in Marion. Excel can get your car looking like new. As Grant County's leading collision specialist with 63 years of experience, you can rest easy when you take your vehicle to Excel. With 3 generations serving Grant County, Don't trust your vehicle repairs to just anybody. Trust Excel Auto Body, 501 North Washington Street in Marion. If it's a fender bender or major damage, Excel Auto Body is the place for your vehicle. If you keep looking for a great Mexican restaurant only to be disappointed over and over again, make Los Amores in Marion your next stop. Located downstairs in the Boston Hill Center, formerly the Centrum Mall in downtown Marion, Los Amores has everything you would want and more. Enchiladas, burritos, tortas, fajitas, arroz con pollo, and of course, tacos. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at Los Amores. Open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Los Amores is open for dine-in and carry-out. Make your next choice of Mexican food Los Amores in downtown Marion.
Downtown Mirror right now, it is all Oak Hill at the Eagles Nest here at the half, brought to you by the McKinney team. 29-9, Oak Hill leads. It was 17-2 at the end of one. A 12-7 run in the second quarter makes it a 20-point lead. Leading scorers, Landon Beagle with 15, 7 for Kroll, 5 for Elzenga, and 2 for Trexler. For Madison-Grant, not much. 4 for Sutherland, 3 for Griffin, and 2 for Clayton Hall. There was one tie at 2-2. Oak Hill got the first basket. Madison-Grant tied it up at 2. And since then, Scotty Hunt, my Purdue math tells me a 27-7 run.
Yeah, that's as dominant a performance I've seen out of this Oak Hill team against a quality basketball team for sure this season and maybe in a couple years.
Yeah.
Coach Rimberger, I'm sure, is, like you said, has plenty to talk about at halftime, but he's also got to, deep down, got to be pretty pleased with the way this first half went for his kids.
What do the team numbers look like?
Well, Oak Hill is 12 for 20 from the field. They've hit 3 of 6 from 3 and 2 of 3 from the foul line. Like you said, Beagle's got 15 of the 29 points for Oak Hill. Madison-Grant is 3 for 20 overall and 2 for 16 from behind the arc. That's so uncharacteristic of this basketball team. I think they shoot, as a team, they shoot in the neighborhood of 40%, all for the season. They're hitting 40% tonight, we're talking differently about the way things went that first half, but it's one of those nights where they can't get it to fall, and right now they're staring at a big 20-point hole.
Yeah, they shoot 42% from behind the arc coming into this game and 57% from the field.
Yeah.
So it is just absolutely Josh Hendrickson's worst nightmare coming true right now.
Yeah.
And they've had a couple of games. If you go back to their season, they had the game against Yorktown. I'm trying to think of the other game.
Well, they struggled against Northwestern. They dug themselves out of a 27-point hole and won that game.
But against, I want to say it was Yorktown and maybe Oak Hill, the two losses. They were 4 of 30 in the second halves of both of those games behind the arc, and they're 2 of 16 here in the first half.
Yeah. That's the one thing that this Madison-Grant team really lacks is length and size, and it bothers them at times. We go back to Northwestern. Northwestern has some pretty big kids and could get out and run them off the line. Obviously, Yorktown is a very good team and did the same thing. They had some much size advantage at every position over Madison-Grant. Oak Hill is kind of the same way as those other two, and Oak Hill's done a nice job with and a big factor, too. Got Oak Hill out rebounding the Argyles 18-8 at halftime. So, there's just not a lot Coach Hendrickson can talk about positive-wise, which when you're in a 20-point hole, that's the way it should be. It's a long way from over still with it, like we've talked about, the way these kids shoot the basketball, but they're going to have to get going pretty quick in this second half to make it a ball game.
Your halftime show brought to you by the McKinney team, powered by AmeriFirst, hometown girls supporting hometown people. See Jim, Wendy, and Allison with the McKinney team online anytime at jimmckinney.com. Your second half on the way in just a moment.
Winning begins with a great team, and teamwork is key to any successful outcome. The McKinney team is a proud supporter of hometown athletics and academics. Hi, this is Jen McKinney. On behalf of myself, Wendy, and Allison, we would like to congratulate all the county athletes and students on and off the bench on a great season this year. Your hard work pays off, and you make us proud. Congratulations again from the McKinney team on a great season ahead. And remember, for all your mortgage needs, find the McKinney team powered by AmeriFirst anytime online at jemmckinney.com.
Back in the day, people traveled by horse and buggy. If your horse died, you just got a new horse. Today, with the price of new cars and trying to find what you want, more people are keeping their car. So take it to In-N-Out Automotive and make sure it lasts a long time. In-N-Out can make sure your car is running at its peak performance for trips back and forth to school, practice, work, and the grocery store. They also have the new 1234 YS refrigerant to make sure you stay cool. See Vince and the team at In-N-Out Automotive, 1123 East 38th Street in Marion.
Being a good neighbor means taking care of those close to you. And State Farm agent Keenan Davis will take care of you and your family. Auto, home, and life insurance is something we all need. And Keenan Davis will help you save money and give you peace of mind at the same time. If your driving record is not so perfect, that's okay. Keenan can help those with high-risk insurance. See State Farm agent Keenan Davis, 1001 Northwestern Avenue in Marion. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Futamaki in Marion is now hiring an industrial maintenance technician in their paper plate factory. If you're interested in working for a local, proven, stable company, you need to apply now. Must have strong mechanical and electrical skills and an understanding of industrial safety. Applicants should have at least 3 years experience with troubleshooting, repairing, and programming. Futamaki in Marion offers a competitive wage and benefit package. Apply online today at futamaki.com/careers. Futamaki is an equal opportunity employer.
And a halftime update for you in Gas City, Mississinewa 36, Alexandria 27.
Good for the Indians, man.
Yeah.
Good for the Indians. They've played some good basketball. They've been very inconsistent all year, and Coach Reed's bunch has a bright future. But man, it's been for both the boys and girls. Coach Friday's girls, they're young and talented, but the inexperience has showed up pretty much nightly for both of those teams, and it's been a tough season.
And I told both Coach Reed after the Wabash loss and Coach Friday after the Alexandria loss, I told them both in the postgame, and just oddly that they're both Mississinewa teams, I said, look, this game played as it was played. You put this game at the beginning of the season, it's a blowout.
Yeah.
You guys don't compete, period. I mean, because they would get down early in the season and start hanging their heads, start talking to one another, and doing all those things. It just shows the maturation process of both those teams along the way.
Yeah, for sure. And I saw some of that out of Coach Friday's girls earlier this week when they played Frankton.
Yes, I thought so too.
Frankton's a really good team, and I think they've got a chance to make a little bit of noise in that 3A tournament.
I agree.
But they were so much bigger, so much more athletic than Mississinewa. But Mississinewa fought and scrapped and battled to the end. They just, the Sperry girl, the three girls that played in the 2A state championship last year, combined to score 58 of Frankton's 66 points or whatever it was, and that experience is invaluable for Mississinewa, even though it came with a decided loss.
Yeah, it really. I think both those teams have a huge upside to them. They're a young group. They got a young core nucleus, and I think both those teams in Gas City, the next couple of years, they're going to be fun to watch them grow and grow into some really good basketball teams for sure.
I just hope the Ole Miss faithful will be patient with the coaches, because that's not a strong suit of some of that fan base, and I think they're both doing a good job.
They are
with what they've got, with the young kids to work with, and there are brighter days ahead.
Absolutely. Oak Hill gets the ball left to right to start. Kroll goes up right away. No. Got his own rebound. No. And a rebound loose. Beagle got it back. Put it up and in. Beagle's got 17, and the lead goes to 22. Here's Sutherland to Yagi. Now goes to Hall. Hall finds Howell. Howe goes to Sutherland, a little hesitation move. Now Yagi will penetrate. He'll stop and spin to Jace. Now in the corner to Sutherland, down to Yagi. Yagi hesitated, missed the shot, and Elzinga took the rebound down. I don't know why he hesitated. He should have just went right up.
Well, I think that length factor, you know, he probably thought he needed to put a head fake, and if he goes straight up, you're probably right. That's an easy bucket.
Here's Fagan to Elzinga. 6:52 to play in the third. And that one going to wind up in the seats. Turnover, Oak Hill.
Good idea by Elzinga, just poor execution.
31-9. Oak Hill leading.
I would venture a bet that Jace Howe hasn't been held scoreless in a half of basketball since maybe his sophomore year when he had all those senior gunners around him.
Yeah.
That's the kid
I would say, yeah.
That's the kid I feel like that if Madison-Grant's going to turn around, it's got to
be him.
It's got to be him to get him started.
I think he had 3 maybe at half of one of the games earlier this year, maybe 5, but never shut out that I remember.
Yeah. You know, he does so much to affect the game.
He does.
Without scoring, but his scoring has definitely improved year after year.
Fagan just backed it down on Hall, went in, put it off the glass, and put it in, and the lead goes to 24.
This is a nice position by Ty and a great drop step for an easy layup.
Here's Hall to Yagi. Now Howe goes to Keelich, back to Howe to Sutherland. Sutherland penetrates and throws it away. Beagle on the steal. Beagle coast to coast, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. It's going to stay with Oak Hill because Hall was standing out of bounds as it came down and hit him. Blackwell in for Sutherland. Nope, excuse me, Yagi. Sutherland thought he was coming out. Here's Strange on the baseline, backside Fagan, fakes, up, in. That's a shot Fagan doesn't make earlier in the season. That's the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah, Ty's grown immensely throughout this season, and the way things are going, he's set up. He could have a really dynamite senior season.
Foul goes on Keelich. Now they say it's his first. I got him for 2.
It must be on Beagle if they're calling it on 15.
Oh, yep, sorry. Beagle, yep. You're right.
All with the long 3.
Yep, missed another one. Here's Howe. He'll penetrate, fake. Now go to Keelich, back Howe for 3. Nope. Rebound, tapped into the hands of Elzinga. Kroll will bring it down. Kroll will hand to Strange. Matthew out top. And now looks, goes to Kroll. Little pick and roll to Fagan. And a whistle and a travel. Right?
No. They're going to get Richards for the body. And that's a good call. He put his chest in the tie and knocked him off his spot.
So Richards' first foul, team's first of the half. And that one kicked by Howe out of bounds. Here is another one knocked out. This by Keelich. How about this score from Eastbrook? Blackford 10, Eastbrook nothing in the boys' game with 5.5 to go in the first quarter. A little surprising there. And word I got, Castillo did not start tonight for Eastbrook either.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Allison is searching for something to find a spark within that team. It's been a rough few weeks for them. It's just it's hard right now for the Panthers. I have Blackford's down a little bit.
They're a scrappy bunch, though.
Yeah, and I think Eastbrook's a pretty scrappy bunch too. They're just outside of Nathan Miller, Castillo a little bit.
Weston James.
We saw a little bit out of Weston James.
Yeah.
And Bodie Howe, they're offensively challenged.
Yep.
You know.
Well, Blackwell got fouled after a three-point miss and gets 1 out of 2 on the free throws. Finally Madison-Grant on the board here in this third quarter. It's 35-10. And I'll wait for 2 seconds to tell you how much time. There's Fo and Moses Malone to go.
I didn't even have to look at the board to tell you that.
You knew what I was going, yep.
I knew how much.
You know it was coming. Here's Hal to Hall. Now Blackwell. Hey, you got to pay homage to Moses, man. Blackwell goes up and in.
Moses was a warrior, man.
Oh, the first true great to come out of high school to the pros. Matthew Strange to Kroll. Kroll fakes the three, penetrates instead. He'll go to the rack, put it up, no good. Howe on the rebound. Argyles have got to get consistent buckets, back-to-back trips here.
They've got a little life right now. They just need to,
Coach Hendrickson wanting a foul, not going to get it. Howe penetrates, goes up, blocked by Fagan. Outlet to Beagle. Beagle, crossover, lost it, whistle, foul. On, let's see who here. Is it Blackwell or Keelich? Blackwell, and that's his third.
Blackwell brings the dynamic to Madison-Grant like Elzinga does to Oak Hill. They're not going to give you a bunch of points. They might get you a bunch of rebounds, but they just bring in toughness. And Madison-Grant's he has his role and plays it very well for the Argyles.
Here's Fagan with his back to the basket on Richards. Spin move, looks, fakes, goes up. Good, and the foul. Wow. 6 for Fagan. And now what do you have here? Technical foul. A technical on Richards. Richards gets a technical foul. And Jace House talking to Mr. Lambert.
Well, that's 5'11" trying to guard 6'7".
Yep.
The 5'11" guy is much stronger than the 6'7", but you still can't use your offensive line tactics to try to defend him, and I kind of feel like that's what's gone on the last couple times.
Yep. So Fagan got the and one. Now Strange at the line for the technicals. Misses the front end. Shocked Beagle's not shooting the free throws, aren't you?
Not really. I think Matthew's that guy. I think he's a little bit better percentage-wise from the line than Landon is.
He got 1 out of 2 there. It's 39-12. This is now the largest lead of the game for Oak Hill at 27.
Well, we're suddenly in the danger zone for mercy rule here.
Yeah, you got Kenny Loggins playing in the background right now if you're Madison-Grant.
One of my favorite cheesy movies of all time.
The sequel was excellent.
I haven't seen the sequel.
Oh, Scott, you got to go see you got to see it. Great movie. Oak Hill basketball on the baseline. 3:30 to go. Fagan out to Kroll for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Elzinga, and a whistle and timeout by Coach Renbarger. On the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard, 39-12. Oak Hill leads on the Action Sports Network. Are you tired of struggling with weight loss on your own? There are so many different diet plans these days, nobody knows what to do. Marion Health is now offering bariatric surgery. This new service offers a proven surgical solution for weight loss. Call Marion Health Bariatrics today, 765-660-7500 to get started. That's 765-660-7500. And lose weight once and for all with Marion Health Bariatric Surgery.
Substitution for Madison-Grant for 4 to the Yankee back in.
$39-12 the score here at Oak Hill after the timeout by Coach Renbarger. Beagle has it on the inbounds. He will pull up on the elbow and drain it.
When he has a chance to get his feet under him and shoot like a normal jump shot, man, he's got a sweet stroke.
Yep, he's got 19. Here's Yagi, Goes to Griffin with 3 minutes to play in the third. A 41-12 Oak Hill lead.
I had a chance to see Huntington's men's basketball team a week or so ago.
Yeah.
They're a dangerous bunch.
Yeah, they are.
Landon could add a dimension that's kind of missing right now.
And Coach Donegal felt like after they knocked off the Cats, Kroll takes a three and hits it. Coach Donegal basically said that, and a delay of game warning on Oak Hill, that win over IWU the other night probably puts Huntington in the tournament.
Yeah, I heard him say, I talked to him last night when you were talking to him at meeting Andrew Rohde for the first time. And, they let that one get away. Indiana Wesleyan let that one get away. But, it may be a benefit for the Crossroads League come postseason time.
If I do my Purdue math, Scott, 44-12. That's 32.
Are very much into the danger zone.
Yeah, Here's Howe. Goes out. Yagi for three. Yagi hits the three. Just their third three of the night. 44-15. Here's Strange. Over to Kroll. Kroll dribbles back out with $1:54 to go. In the third, Beagle puts it on the dribble. Pull-up jumper by Landon is good. Landon's got 21. He came in 88 away from the school record.
Oh, that's going down.
Here's Howe with 1:35 to go. Howe stops, spins, loose. Now Keelich to Sutherland for three. Good by Sutherland. Well, the Argyles start hitting those and get stops. You never know. Here's Kroll.
With only 9 and 15 to go in this game, it's going to be...
Oh, that's a great look. Beagle to Fagan. Put it up, put it in.
That's asking them to get a lot of stops in a short amount of time.
48-18.
If Madison-Grant can at least get going here and hit some shots, they can walk out of here feeling a little bit better than what right now they're feeling.
I'm not sure even if they hit those shots they're going to feel good.
Well, they're not going to feel good about taking whatever, this is going to end up as a loss, but you go 2 for 16 from three-point range, there's a lot of teams that are going to put one on you.
So Jace Howe just scored his first point. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter, Scotty.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts when you're Madison-Grant because I believe he's their leading scorer.
He is.
Leading everything, and for them to go get almost 3 quarters, that's going to be hard to overcome.
Well, they have 3 guys in double figures. Here's Elzinga. 40 seconds to go. Elzinga's going to back it out. Now dribble to the left. He will look. He will stop. Kick out to Strange with 29 seconds. Matthew goes to Hasty. Now Elzinga with 22. Now Beagle for 3. No. Rebound Sutherland. Sutherland in transition. He'll stop. He'll go to Griffin for 3. Griffin, no. Rebound by Elzinga with 8 seconds. Beagle with 6, with 5, 4, 3. He'll take a 3, not close, and the quarter will come to a close on the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard. Oak Hill 48, Madison-Grant 20 on the Action Sports Network.
Northwood Manor has been rated the best senior living according to U.S. News and World Report, which means they offer classic charm and 5-star services. Every detail is designed to create a place where residents and their families feel right at home. All residents enjoy 3 meals per day, weekly housekeeping, daily fun activities, and transportation. You also store big with all utilities included. Schedule a visit at 765-662-9700 or online at northwoodmanor.com.
There's nothing better than award-winning jumbo wings while you watch great sports programming on huge TVs at Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. If you love wings and a whole menu of food and drink options, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, late-night drinks and snacking, and lots of HPTV sports. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at to-go.wctc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Good food, great times at 1508 Southwestern Avenue in Marion. Find us online at wingsetc.com.
We have 8 minutes on the clock here in downtown Mir. It is 48-20. Oak Hill with the lead after 3 in Gas City. Mississinewa leads Alexandria 47-40. So the Tigers have made a little bit of a comeback in that third quarter.
And I heard something that 3 of Alexandria's top players had been suspended for 3 games.
Correct, and they're back tonight.
So
Blackwell put it up, put it in to start the fourth quarter.
Madison-Grant, a little full-court trap action.
Fagan in the corner. He'll throw it out top to Kroll. Now to Beagle. Down to Fagan. He'll go up. He'll put it in. Fagan's got 11, and it's 50-22. Eagles with the lead. Blackwell goes to Yagi. Yagi. Now goes Howell for 3. Nope.
Jace just can't buy one tonight.
No, he can't. Trexler trapped in the corner. Now you got a scrum. Can't see a thing right now. The student section of Madison-Grant standing up, and the play happened right in front of them, and the foul's going to be on Levi Trexler.
It's the most enthusiastic student section in Grant County. I love the atmosphere at their home games.
And here comes Strange for Elzinga. 50-22 with 7:07 to play in the fourth. It is Sutherland. Argyle's trailing in this one. Howell with it. Now to Sutherland. Over to Keelich. Fakes the 3. Goes back to Jace. Behind the back dribble. Penetration goes up and put it in. First field goal of the game for Jace Howell at the 6:49 mark of the fourth. Here's Strange. Goes to Trexler. Trexler to Strange now. Goes to Beagle, to Kroll. A 3. No. Fagan rebound. Knocked loose. Kroll got the loose ball, and he's fouled, and it'll be Blackwell. That'll be his fourth. Score at Eastbrook. 5.5 to play in the second quarter. Blackford 31. Eastbrook 12. The Huntley kid has 17, so he single-handedly is outscoring Eastbrook right now.
And I watched that kid play a game last year, and he's one of those kids that when he gets it going, man, he can fill it up.
Yeah, I was impressed with him and the Oxley kid when I saw Blackford play Madison-Grant earlier in the year. Oxley's one of those big kids that just does everything you need him to do.
Yeah, I don't recall him last year in the game that I saw over there, but I do remember Huntley.
Huntley,
he can flash score.
Here's Blackwell. Now Yagi to Keelich for 3. Nope. Rebound Beagle. Now Strange. Outlet to Kroll. Down to Fagan. Fagan backing it down on Sutherland. Up and in. That's just no stopping it right now.
No answer when Ty gets that kind of position. And his footwork has gotten so much better.
Howell for 3. No. And that's going to be a whistle. And did Blackwell just foul out? He did.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I kind of thought the foul might have been on
Matthew Strange. I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing. Coach Hendrickson looking around going, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I would be questioning that one as well if I was Coach Hendrickson, but...
Well, with 5:57 to go, your team has not played very well if you're Coach Hendrickson, and, you know...
A lot to be frustrated about.
There's a lot to be frustrated about, and I've seen some coaches in this situation say, give me a technical, get my team fired up.
Yeah.
And Howell knocked it away from Beagle, and then there's going to be a foul, I think, on Beagle.
Yeah, they got Beagle.
And they do. Coach Hendrickson applauds that one.
That's part of that. What I was talking about with Jace Howe, he does so much. He just pesters the opposition and frustrates them, and you got Landon right there.
He'll go over to Keelich for three. No. Rebound Griffin. Now to Sutherland. Sutherland spins out. Back to Jace Howe. Jace on the right side wing. Now Sutherland three left wing. Nope. Rebound Keelich. Keelich up and in. Keelich's first basket of the night comes at the 5:16 mark of the fourth.
Yeah, he's probably their second leading scorer, isn't he?
I think it's Sutherland. Let me look. Sutherland at 12.5 and Keelich at 10.5. And now you got a whistle, and it's going to be out of bounds. Oak Hill knocked it out. Here comes Elzinga for Trexler. Yeah, when you look at 17.5 for Howe, 12.5 Sutherland, 10.5 for Keelich, and between them right now, they have 11, 13 points.
Yeah, that's a bad night.
Here's Howe. Now goes to Sutherland for three. Nope. Rebound Beagle.
Bad night waiting to happen.
Yep. Strange out top. Goes over to Kroll. 4.5 to play. Now Strange down to Fagan. Fagan looking, puts it on the floor. Spin move, goes up. No good. Griffin tips it to himself. Here's Howell across the timeline. He'll go to Sutherland. Payton on the dribble. Stops. Backdoor Keelich. Got it. And looks back out. Now they'll go around to Sutherland. Sutherland up. No shot. They're going to call a block on Strange.
I think that's a good call.
That is a good call.
Matthew was trying to cut him off and didn't get to where he needed to get to. I think Payton and Sutherland initiated the contact, but that's part of being a good offensive player.
Yep.
When you feel your defender get out of it.
Just ask Reggie Miller. Sorry, I had to get one Reggie dig in at you.
Reggie was a master.
King of the flop. Well, no, that's King Puke out in L.A.
Oh, now.
He's the king of the flop. Jace goes up, blocked by Hasty. Madison-Grant gets it back. Sutherland in the corner, now Yagi. And knocked loose, whistle, it's going to be a kick. And it'll stay with Madison-Grant. Oh, no, it's not going to be a kick. It's going to be a foul on Matthew. And that's the team's 7th is what I have now. They only have 6. It should be a 1-and-1.
They got it up there now.
So Yagi will go to the stripe for the 1 and bonus. So you don't think Puke James is the king of the flop?
No, I think LeBron James is one of the 2 or 3 greatest basketball players of all time.
Scotty, you're killing me with that one. Oh, killing me. Here's Beagle.
Not even worth arguing.
Here's Beagle backing it down, and he'll throw it off, but it came back and hit him while he was standing out of bounds. It'll go to Madison-Grant. As long as you put Wilt in the discussion, I'm okay.
I mean, that goes without saying. I never saw Wilt play a second of basketball, but, I mean, the legendary stuff he did on and off the floor, he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. I mean,
yeah, especially, well, never mind. Sutherland for 3. No. Beagle on the rebound. Yeah, his work in Conan the Barbarian was great. Here's Beagle up and in. 56-26. Here's Yagi. Now goes in the corner to Hall. Jumper, good. That's Hall's first basket since the opening basket for Madison-Grant in the first quarter. 56-28 Oak Hill. Hasty.
getting ready to say, I'm guessing we're going to see some JV kids get some varsity time shortly. And there goes
Beagle gets fouled to the floor. Yagi on the foul.
Ryan Lawson and probably R.J. Schubert be my guess.
Sweet, yeah. 2.5 to play. Beagle, good. Here come the Stormtroopers. It will be Jackson Lamb, Ryan Lawson. Who else came in? Trenton Sweet, R.J. Schubert. I think Trexler's waiting to check in for Beagle, and he does. Beagle is done with 25. For Madison-Grant, Stanley, Yagi, Gilman.
Hull's still out there. Griffin.
Yeah, and Gilman's also in there. All right. And he has the ball now. Gilman in the corner. It is Yagi. X goes back out to Hall. Hall takes a jumper on the elbow. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jackson Lamb. Here comes Schugert with it with 2:05 to play. And that's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Oak Hill. Here is Trexler. Knocked loose, taken away by Stanley. Stanley, bounce pass to Griffin. Maverick spins, had it stripped loose, and taken away by Trexler.
Nice defensive play by Trent Sweet there to strip it away from Griffin.
1:40 to go here in downtown Mirror. Schugert, backside. Lamb, looking.
3 seconds. Third time I've seen that called this year.
Pandora's box is open with 1:34 to go.
He definitely.
Oh, he pitched a tent and lit the campfire.
Yeah.
No question about that.
They're pretty lenient with that call, but when it's that obvious, you kind of.
It's a call like holding in football. You can do it every trip down the floor. I say get rid of it. Here's Hall, baseline, no. Rebound by Oak Hill with 1:15 to go. A lot of people disagree with that thought process, but...
Well, if I remember correctly, when I was back in my Power Club days, they let us be in there for 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe extended by 5, and they would never have to worry about making that call again.
Exactly. Here's Griffin. A 3 on the way by Gilman. No. Rebound pulled down by Oak Hill with 50 seconds. Trexler will lay it up and lay it in. 60-28. A 32-point Oak Hill lead. Stanley goes to Gilman with 33 seconds. Knocked loose, whistle and foul. That will be on Trenton Sweet.
Sorry for being unprepared, but how many points a game has Madison-Grant averaged this year?
They average 67.
Wow.
This will be
by far
their lowest output. Their lowest output before was the opener against Northwestern at 48 in a win.
48, and I think 30 of that came in the second half.
Yes,
because they came back from like 25.
1 out of 2 for Gilman at the line, 60-29. Schugert with 27 seconds. Schugert going to back it out. They're probably just going to play keep away and dribble this one out. Trexler with 17. Now Sweet with 14. Sweet with 10. Sweet with 8. Sweet with 7. He can hold it because this one's over. Your final score on the Riverside Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard. A Betty Crocker shocker in terms of the final score and the deficit. Oak Hill 60. Madison-Grant 29. We take a timeout and the Colonial Oaks postgame show tips off after this on the Action Sports Network.
Partner with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. With exceptional yield and value, neighbor-friendly weed control, and more new elite genetics developed faster, Stein can help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience with Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Neighborhood market. Cold weather is here, so Horners reminds you they have meat bundles for your convenience, so you don't have to run to the store in the cold weather to get what you need. There's a size and meat selection to fit any budget. So when the cold, blistery weather flies, sit back and enjoy it with a full freezer full of meats from Horners with 3 locations in Marion, Fairmount, and Alexandria. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Screech. Click, click, click. The thingy's gone bad. Whatever sound your car makes, take it to Marion Tire, also known as Best One Tire in Marion. Susie, Brian, Cecil, and the crew can diagnose the problem and fix the problem the right way the first time. Oil changes, alignment, tires, coolant, wheel bearings, and even the thingy that's gone bad. Let Marion Tire get your vehicle running smooth for your summer vacation. Since 1984, Marion Tire has been in downtown Marion and will continue to provide top-notch service. See Marion Tire on the corner of 4th and Branson in downtown Marion.
Life at Colonial Oaks provides a perfect balance of support, engagement, and fun. No matter which lifestyle is required, we offer a personalized, resident-focused family approach to daily life that empowers our residents to thrive. At Colonial Oaks Senior Living, there are 4 distinct lifestyle communities within our one very special community: independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing care, and rehabilitation. For more information, call 765-674-9791 and find out how the Colonial Oaks family can support your healthcare needs.
Colonial Oaks postgame show tips off. If you're looking for a perfect balance of sport, engagement, fun, contact Brad Needler for more information about Colonial Oaks, changing lives for good. Well, this one was 2-2 early in the first quarter, and the Eagles flipped the switch and turned it on from there, winning it 60-29, the final score. It was 29-9 at the half. The second half, Oak Hill outscores Madison-Grant 31-20. Leading scorers for Oak Hill: Beagle with 25, Fagan with 13, Kroll with 12. Then you've got 5 for Elzinga, 4 for Trexler, and 1 for Matthew Strange. For Madison-Grant, nobody in double figures. This is a team that has 3 players coming in averaging double figures. Their leading scorers: Sutherland with 7, 5 for Blackwell, 4 for Hall, 4 for Howe, 3 for Griffin, 3 for Yegi, and 2 for Keelich, and 1 for Gilman. Scotty Hunt, the team numbers are going to speak loudly as to why this game was so lopsided.
Where would you like me to start?
Boy,
let's start right here with the team that was averaging, what'd you say,
67 a game.
10 for 44 from the field for 22.7%. That's
wow.
Overall. 4 for 28 for 14.8% from long range. And they were 5 of 8 from the line. Oak Hill killed them on the glass, 36-19. Turnovers were never a factor. I've only got Madison-Grant for 6. There may be a few more than that. I have a hard time keeping up with my old head these days. But, I actually think Oak Hill had more turnovers by a couple. Not many. Neither team. I thought both teams handled the ball really well. Yeah, the shooting numbers are pretty much tell the entire story. Oak Hill was 24 for 43. Imagine that. Madison-Grant took 1 more shot overall than Oak Hill took.
Yeah.
Oak Hill was 24-43, almost 56%. The Eagles hit 4 of 11 from long range, 36%, and they were 8 of 10 from the line. So the shooting tells part of the story. I think Oak Hill's defense had had quite a bit to do with that, and I just think Madison-Grant had an off night. I mean, they just collectively had an off night, and they got in a deep hole to begin, and they never could find a way out.
Your Stat Rap brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Mark Lemming. The best financial advice is a phone call away. Edward Jones Financial Advisor Mark Lemming's office. He's located at 317 North Baldwin in Marion. Prince Hall Housing play of the game brought to you by Prince Hall Housing Authority at Prince Hall Drive just off 38th Street. Check them out for apartment availabilities for income-based housing for qualified applicants. In the third quarter, there's a great pass from Beagle to Fagan down low on the block, and Fagan caught it, went right up and put it in. Yeah,
there's so many good plays Oak Hill made tonight. It's hard to pick one, so I'm on board with you with that one. Landon's fingerprints were all over Oak Hill's domination tonight, and that sounds like a winner right there.
He is now 63 away from Jared Odell's all-time school record. Good call of the game by the officials from Wings, etc. in Marion. Time for you to make a good call and stop by Wings after the game. Catch up with all your friends and talk about the game while watching the big game on the big screens. Catch Coach's Corner Monday night, 6 p.m. live at Wings, etc. in Marion. The only Coach's show in Grant County on the Action Sports Network. It was the first quarter, Scotty. I thought it was a great call when Jace Howe and Caleb Kroll got together. Jace leaned into him. Kroll kind of slapped him. The ball got knocked loose. They tied up. It was a jump ball. That was a great no call on the foul either direction, and the jump ball was the right thing.
Yeah. I think the officials did a nice job. We can go with that. I thought there in the fourth quarter or early, where the block charge.
Yes, that was a good call too.
That went the way to Sutherland was a good one too. So we'll go with yours.
Let's get the subs of the game and the stars of the game. First of all, your professional hearing care sub of the game. There's no substitute for hearing. Let professional hearing care help with a free hearing needs assessment. See them in Marion at 821 Northwestern Avenue, 427 Matilda in Warren, and online at prohearcare.com. For Oak Hill, I like Lucas Hasty. I know he didn't score tonight, but he did the intangibles that he needed to do when Fagan got in early foul trouble in that first half and didn't do anything out of the norm, and I really liked what he brought to the table. And for Madison-Grant, I'm going to go with Maverick Griffin. 3 points with his off the bench. That kid's got a high ceiling for sure over the next year.
Yeah, Coach Hendrickson was really high on him coming into this season. I think he anticipated maybe Maverick getting a few more minutes than he's got throughout, but kid can do a lot, and he's got a lanky frame. I think he's 6'3" or 6'4". He's gonna get a lot of opportunities moving forward.
Your State Farm Stars of the Game brought to you by State Farm agent Keenan Davis, proud to support Grant County Athletics and can help your team with home, auto, and life at 1001 Northwestern Avenue in Marion. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. For Oak Hill, you could go with Landon Beagle, but personally, you may disagree. I like Ty Fagan. He got 13 points, all of them in the second half, and really was what sealed the deal and closed the door on the Argyles.
And you could probably, go with Landon Beagle just about every
sure you could.
Every game that Oak Hill plays. Ty's a good choice. I like what Caleb Kroll did tonight. I like what Grant Elzinga did. He only had 5 points, but I had him for 8 rebounds, and just he's the same kind of kid. He does some of the dirty work. I'm good going with Ty.
And for Madison-Grant, he didn't start. He fouled out, but Antonio Blackwell. I love this kid. What he brings every time he gets on the floor. He really puts it all out there, and the kid deserves to get the star of the game because I think. The starters were struggling tonight from the field.
Hard to find a star for Madison-Grant tonight.
And I really liked Blackwell's intensity when he came out on the floor.
I'm a pretty agreeable dude, Andy. So we can go with Antonio Blackwell. I second everything you said there. The kid brings a toughness to them that, and not that they don't have some tough kids because Jace Howe's as tough as as tough as they come, but. Let's go with Antonio Blackwell.
46 seconds left in Gas City. Mississinawa 58-55, leading Alexandria in that one.
Hold on, Indians.
It was down to 2 Mississinawa took it up 55-47, and now it's 58-55. So we'll see what happens in the closing seconds in Gas City. And at the half, it was Blackford 38, Eastbrook 17.
I've been trying to find a Marion score on the old Twitter, but
nothing yet.
No, that game should be pretty close.
To being over, I would think. Yeah.
So I don't know. The Giants needed to find some positivity tonight. It's been a rough little stretch.
It really has.
And they're as of 4 minutes ago, they're putting it on the Berries, 66-40 after 3 quarters.
Wow. Okay. So the Giants with the lead there. Earlier tonight, heartbreaking fashion, the Lady Panthers of Eastbrook lost to Blackford in the CIC championship game at Eastbrook, 38-37. They will be at Blackford starting Tuesday night for the girls sectional. We'll have Eastbrook Madison-Grant on my 50th birthday, by the way. Didn't know if you knew that or not. But then, of course, Wednesday we'll have Oak Hill, Belmont, Mississinawa, and Northwestern from Norwell. Then Friday, guaranteed to have either Eastbrook or Madison-Grant play Elwood. And then we would assume one of those two teams playing for the championship on Saturday at Blackford against probably either Blackford or Tipton, one of those two teams. And then hopefully Oak Hill and Mississinawa, one or both, can pull the upset and move to Friday night to play in that Friday night game at Norwell.
That's the Indians and the Golden Eagles have really big challenges in front of them.
Belmont and Northwestern are unbelievable.
Belmont's ranked 10th in the state. Norwell or Northwestern's ranked 11th.
Norwell's 5th.
Norwell's 5th. Norwell, Northwestern's kind of the wild card in that.
They are
because the only two teams that have seen them are Oak Hill and they're only one in that section of this
right.
And it's Oak Hill. And, that was just a couple weeks ago, and they handled the Lady Eagles pretty easily. It's tournament time. A lot would have to go right for either Mississinawa or Oak Hill to come out with the win, but
put the balls out on the floor for a reason.
Yes, sir. That's why they play them.
Well, this one, in all honesty, going into this game, really felt like this was going to be a hard-fought battle between these two teams like we saw in the Grant Four, and it was the direct opposite. It was Oak Hill flexing their muscles early and often.
Well, I think the physical nature, and I don't think Madison-Grant ever stopped playing hard, and when that ball caroms off that rim so many times, and you're used to, hitting 43 out of 100, it gets frustrating, and it's hard to keep that intensity up. But I'm a bit surprised. At the margin, but even more surprised that Madison-Grant only put 29 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. And both these teams have to flush whatever happened tonight because they both have games on the road tomorrow. Madison-Grant goes to Bluffton, and Oak Hill goes to LaPel.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about LaPel, but they're typically a challenging game, and we'll see how they can rebound from this.
Let's get the thoughts of Coach Rinbarger now here on the Colonial Oaks postgame show. Don't twist your ankle there, Coach.
Yeah. Don't pull a Fagan.
Yeah. Coach, I got to tell you, as impressive of a performance as I've seen you guys at both ends of the floor, you talked about needing to come out of the gate strong, and boy, did you ever.
Yeah, I told you last Monday that I thought the Alexandria game was the most complete game that we've played to this point in the season, and this one was closer. Aside from a few offensive possessions and a couple of missteps in the fourth quarter defensively after the outcome was no longer in doubt, we played about as complete a game on both ends of the floor as we possibly could. So I'm extremely proud of our kids not having practiced since Tuesday night, and then coming out and giving this effort right here was tremendous.
So did any of them say in the locker room, hey, Coach, let's do that every week?
I have a few in there who believe that practice is no longer needed, so that's something that have to be discussed.
Yeah. Well, Coach, Landon does what Landon does tonight, but we both felt like Ty's effort in the second half was just remarkable. Things that he was not doing the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season with his footwork, back to the basket, getting on the glass and using that glass and putting it in.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. That tonight was kind of a breakout game for him of sorts, and I thought more than anything was reading the defense and letting it clear. There were some times where kind of hedging at him a little bit, and he had the patience to allow the defense to clear and then make the move. And so, we knew that we probably had an advantage in the post, and it'd just be in a position. Could we get him in a position to exploit it? And he certainly did in the second half.
Along the same lines, I thought Grant Elzinga, I had him leading you guys with 8 rebounds. He had 5 points. He was all over the place, man. That guy, he brings you toughness.
Yeah, he does. And we have a lot of things on this team, but that junkyard dog mentality, that toughness is something that we kind of lack. We can put the ball in the basket, we can run the floor, we can do all kinds of pretty neat things, but we need somebody who's going to get dirty, and Grant is willing to do that. Lucas Hasty's willing to do that.
I thought Lucas played well tonight.
Yeah, he did. Matthew Strange is to a certain degree willing to do that. And so, we don't win the Grant 4 if he doesn't show up in that morning game, and I thought him, the way he played, obviously rebounding is a huge key when you're playing a team that shoots as many threes as Madison-Grant does. And I thought we did a pretty good job on the defensive backboards tonight. So.
Yeah, you 36-19, I think, is what you ended up out rebounding them. What was kind of the thought without practicing for 3 days to defend the 3-point line like you did? They still got off 28, but they only hit 4.
Yeah, we've been around the block enough to know that we had to have our game plan in by Tuesday, just in case. I hadn't never dreamed that we would be out for 3 days in a row. We thought it would be a snowstorm, come in, be out Wednesday, get back Thursday, but the weather conditions just kept getting worse and worse as the week progressed, and we just couldn't get in and practice. And so, we changed up our weekly routines as shooting and doing some self-maintenance. Monday and Tuesday was about concepts, about what we wanted to do with Madison-Grant, what we felt like we needed to do better and differently than the Grant 4. And kids, pretty much to a T, followed it. So it's a good night.
It's good to have an experienced bunch.
It is, yes. And from that standpoint, Scott, we've had 3 days off. We have not been together since Tuesday, and it was evident out here that they have put in their work. I've not been able to be any contact with them at all. When we say we haven't practiced, we have not practiced. And so they've been in a gym somewhere. They've been on a treadmill or something somewhere to get some conditioning in, or this would have been a terribly different outcome.
Well, you've got Lapel tomorrow night at their place, and this is a Lapel team that's been kind of up and down. They're 7-8. Your thoughts about them tomorrow?
Big, physical, strong, physical.
Pretty much every Lapel team.
Sounds like you're talking about
sounds like
Lapel.
every Lapel team.
Where they're almost the complete opposite of what we would see tonight. They don't have kids who can shoot the ball, drive the ball as much, dribble the ball, things like that. But they do have kids who are very, very physical. And we'll pound it through the post. So it's going to be a tough game because we put a lot into this game, and mentally and emotionally and scouting report and all the conference things and the cross-county rival and all that stuff. And so it's a kind of a trap for us. And, but what I saw tonight, based upon where we were the entire week, I've got confidence that our kids will approach it the right way.
All right. Well, Coach, we will see you tomorrow night with G and with Ian. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon. So let's get Josh Hendrickson in here for some comments quickly, Coach. Certainly not what you had hoped for tonight. 4 of 28 behind the arc and just could never really get things going from 3.
No, we couldn't get anything going from anywhere, actually. Couldn't finish around the rim. We got into the lane. We weren't strong enough with it. We were letting them slap balls away from us. We were getting some looks from 3. Feel like we had more air balls than we did make. Some guys looked sped up. and there wasn't much that went our way tonight. It all started from the opening tip, where I don't think we came out with the same kind of energy and the same kind of sense of urgency that what Oak Hill did.
Coach, in a game like this, you go into the locker room down 20. What was the comments? What were the thoughts at half to just say, guys, did we get off the bus?
Well, yeah, that was the first part of it. Just try to challenge them a little bit, like we had to get them going. And then the second part, was schematic what we were doing against their defense. And we just, for whatever reason, we weren't locked in mentally on what we needed to do to attack their defense. We weren't locked in mentally the way we were at Grant 4. I don't know if it's one of those deals where, we didn't have school today, guys stayed up too late, guys slept in too late. I don't know, but they definitely were playing at a different speed, and they had a different gear than what we had tonight.
Is this one you just try to bury, Josh, or do you go back and look at it and go through it?
Well, I had a coach tell me one time after we got beat, something like this, too late to care now. So, we just got to move on to Bluffton. I can't change anything. Those kids can't change anything. What just transpired on that court. So, we don't have anything but to move on, honestly.
Coach, Bluffton tomorrow night. You go to their place. They're 2-11. They've struggled this year. What is the thing about Bluffton tomorrow night, or is tomorrow night more about you guys coming focused after what happened tonight?
Well, it's a combination of both of those. They have big kids, averaging about 18 a game. He's pretty physical. I don't think we did the best job against some of the big guys from Oak Hill tonight. So it's going to be about us, and it's going to be about what we can do to slow him down. We tried 4 different kids on Fagan tonight, and I think about all 4 of them, it all looked the same, and it was because we weren't committed to getting 3 quarters around. We weren't doing our work early, and that's kind of stuff we're going to have to do with this kid from Bluffton tomorrow. Or he can probably go out there and do more than Fagan can, to be honest with you. He's averaging 18 a game, so it's going to be about us, and it's going to be about how we handle some size again.
All right, Coach, we'll see you tomorrow night at Bluffton, buddy, and sun comes up tomorrow. We hope that there's sun at least tomorrow to melt some of this snow, and we'll see you tomorrow night and get back in the win column.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Josh Hendrickson, head coach of the Madison-Grant Argyles, with us here on our Colonial Oaks post-game show. Let us get a final 63-57. Mrs. holds on and gets the victory over Alexandria tonight.
That deserves an attaboy.
Yes, and then 38-17 was the halftime score, Blackford leading Eastbrook. So with that, we put a wrap on it, buddy. Not what we wanted to see from